Hey everybody, Buzz Miller, Wannabe Studios. Today we're going to talk about something super simple. This is more beginner, maybe touching intermediate. We're going to talk about artificial harmonics. So if that's something you want to learn a little bit more about, stick around. If you're a little bit past that, feel free, go to the next video. Hang on. All right, I was asked in an email, hey Buzz, teach me about this artificial harmonic thing. It's a little simple, but let's go through, because once you learn artificial harmonics and you can hear them out of your amp, it widens up a whole range of what you can do with those same 12 notes. Artificial harmonic, first of all, what is it? Have I ever heard it? Of course you've heard it. You're sitting there listening to someone playing a solo and they're playing these notes and they're down here, and all of a sudden you hear this squawk from a pterodactyl that comes from nowhere, and you're going, whoa, where did that note come from? Like he was way down here playing these notes, and all of a sudden I hear a wah! So you're down here hearing these notes, and then all of a sudden you hear a and you go, wow, what was that note? That is an artificial harmonic, sometimes called pinch harmonics. We are not going to talk about the difference. Yes, there is a difference, and some people are going to go, don't call it that. I don't care what you call it. Call it an artificial harmonic, call it a pinch harmonic. They're so interchangeably used that we're not going to discuss the finite details. We're going to go through 4 exercises on how to get good hitting artificial harmonics. Today we're only going to talk about downstrokes. I get artificial harmonics in upstrokes and downstrokes because of the way I hold my pick. So if you'd like to do that, you can hold your pick the way I do. If you want to do it with just downstrokes, which is fairly common, there's a lot of different ways you can hold your pick. What is a harmonic? A harmonic is when you disrupt the wave of the string by not pressing the note, but just hard enough that it interrupts the frequency of the string. So here's an open note, here's a harmonic, here's a harmonic, here's a harmonic, here's a harmonic. That's what a harmonic is. What's an artificial harmonic? An artificial harmonic is when you pick the string with your pick, and then you hit, I hit with the meat of my thumb, and I make the harmonic with the meat of my thumb after I pick the string. Now, I'll also be fretting a note usually, and that's what an artificial harmonic is. 4 exercises. First thing, this one's annoying. Put your headphones on, turn your amp off, do this through your digital processor or whatever, because it's so not musical. People are going to get upset listening to it for an hour. Don't upset your roommates, don't upset your neighbors, don't upset your parents. Put your headphones on. Grab your pick. I hold my pick so there's just a little bit of pick out of my thumb. I'm going to show you a picture of it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to downstroke. We're going to start with, let's start with a G string, because we all like saying G string. What you're going to do is you're going to hit these harmonics and go up and down and find where the different harmonics are. Each guitar is different. Each guitar is going to have harmonics in a little bit different spot than another one. So if you pick up a guitar, if you go from this to a true strat, it's not going to be in the same position. There's no real reason why, but it just is. In fact, I've got an identical guitar to this over here, and it's a lot heavier, and it's made of a different wood, and it gets it differently than these do. Same exact pickup, same exact wiring. Doesn't make any sense. In fact, you play this guitar and play that guitar, they sound about the same, but the harmonics are different. Really strange. We won't go into that right now. What we're going to go into is get your guitar and put it in the bridge pickup. Bridge pickups get better harmonics than the neck pickup. Now, once you get good enough at these that you can nail it every time, you can play them with your neck pickup. But while we're practicing, we're going to go to our bridge pickup. We're going to put a sound on that's kind of metal, got some distortion, got some hair. That distortion is going to help create some sustain and help reach out and grab that harmonic. So let's start on the G string, and let's just downstroke And if you hit it too hard with your thumb, you're going to get a flub. If you hit it not hard enough, you're going to get an open string. You want it in the middle. So let's start on that G string and just go. Now, if you've never made an artificial harmonic before or only made one by accident, this may take a little while. Keep going and do different strings. Don't just do the G string. You're going to also notice that different strings get harmonics in different places. But yeah, go through. Some real screaming ones up there. Go through that. That's our first exercise. The next exercise is we're going to fret with our left hand, and we're either going to do a little bit of a vibrato or just a little bit of a pull. So let's start on the low E string and just kind of the same thing. We're going to reach around, find some different places, but every time we're going to go. You can tell we're getting kind of a cool one in there. The next thing we're going to do is start to multiple fret, not harmonic every note, but harmonic every once in a while. So we're going to go. Whatever you want to do. Again, it's not musical. You're just working on trying to get your finger, because a lot of people like to hit an artificial harmonic and bend up. So you got to know where the string's going to be at for there to bend up into it. So that's what we're working on. The last thing we're going to do, and again, I'm just going through these real quick. Sit and practice them for hours until you can really nail those. And so when you're sitting here playing your solo and you're going, you can hit them whenever you want. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to work on palm muting some. What's a palm mute? You know what a palm mute is, but you're strumming the string rather than letting it go open. You're just putting the meat of your palm right where the strings exit the bridge. Kind of sounds more of a march than if you go. You'll notice a lot of Zakk Wylde stuff, a lot of Dimebag. They'll be down here doing palm mutes. So that's what we're going to do on our last one, is work on some palm mutes, and you can do them chords or you can do them open. That's what your artificial harmonic is. Work on them, practice them, and figure out when it sounds right in a solo or when it sounds right in a rhythm to hit that squawk and have that pterodactyl come from nowhere. Again, we only have 12 notes. Let's take those 12 notes and make them sound all sorts of different directions, because that's where the character of music comes from, and comes from artificial harmonics. So learn this and keep on rocking.